Well, after getting a solid night's sleep at the motel, we were kickstands up for the day. We didn't get in too big of a hurry to jump off. We slept in a little bit. Unfortunately, day 3 continued with my camera being set to manual exposure without me realizing it. I simply hadn't discovered it to this point. This will definitely teach me to periodically check my captured footage to make sure something hasn't gone off the rails. Definitely consider that a lesson learned on my part. Thankfully, some of this footage still came out nice because we had a solid cloud cover for most of the morning, which didn't blow out a lot of the footage, but some of it is still pretty rough. So please excuse that. Though we had missed most of day 2's adventure track, we were able to join back on the adventure track for day 3. We're about 30 miles in on day 3 for the Southwest guys. Be day 2 for the other guys. And it's been a very beautiful drive so far. A little bit of pavement, a little bit of this, a few water crossings. Looks like we have another one coming up. Water crossing here, guys. Water crossing. Day 3's ride consisted mostly of off-pavement sections with a few cool water crossings. The water crossings were a little bit deeper probably than what this type of year would definitely render most of the time. I think that was mostly due to Hurricane Helene pushing up and bringing a lot of rain the day before. I think the largest one was maybe 1.5 feet deep and maybe 40 to 50 foot wide. Other than the water crossings, we had a pretty subdued ride, nothing really challenging, I would say, on the ride. The organizers had warned us that, the further you head north into Missouri towards Mexico, Missouri, kind of the flatter and more gentle the ride would become, and they were definitely accurate in that.
I think it probably looked deeper than it really was. You were only up to the top of your skid plate. He's sending it.
We only had one minor hiccup on day 3, and that was with the T-Dub's chain popping off. I'd kind of expected at some point we'd need to tighten it up. Actually intended to check it that morning before we jumped off. The bike only had about 700 miles on it when we kind of kicked off our journey, so it was definitely kind of in that period where it was stretching out. Really was just a quick fix, and we were back on the road.
Yep, this is it. Adventure Palooza, we're here, man. What's going on?
Hey!
We made it.
You guys must be here for the funnel cake convention, right?
Yeah, that's us.
Okay, found it. Well, welcome. How was the trip?
It was good.
I can't tell who anyone is behind those masks, but I'm John, and welcome.
Yeah, we're glad to be here, man.
So Dale set up a little final treat for you. This is a long zigzag through the grass and the hills and the oak trees. And when you get to the far yonder side, you've made it. We've got soda and beer and tea and lemonade and popcorn going, and cold drinks, bathroom.
Awesome.
Janice will be there at the tent to check y'all in. And
oh, this is pretty cool. This is a cool little track. Tight pass. Howdy, howdy. Did I come the right way? Oh, man. Okay. Guys, take that left route if you don't want to go through a big ditch.
Oh, I wish I knew that too.
I didn't know, I just figured it out. Nothing, not bad at all, but it's a big ditch. I don't know. Well, it looks like this is one of the primitive camping areas. We could tool around, see the sights. T-dub. Thought I heard something rattle. I got a stick stuck in my skid plate. That's what that was. Getting busted. 300 miles away. So that was right at 400 miles. Count our ride to Cassville, or right at 500 miles? No, right at 600 miles. Yeah. I heard something rattling down there for the last mile. Yeah. Like, what the heck?
We stopped in, got registered, and scored some swag, some socks, hat, t-shirt from the event, some stickers. Also got some entries in for some giveaways that they were doing later that evening. We kind of then just checked out the area, checked out their farm, checked out the 3 camping areas, and kind of picked ourselves out a spot to crash out for the night. From there, we just kind of relaxed a bit, mingled with other riders, kind of told our tales, they told theirs. We heard lots of stories of other groups overcoming their challenges like we had on day one, you know, whether it be breakdowns or even a couple of crash stories that we heard. Thankfully, everybody was okay. After we got camp settled, and I figured, you know, my manual exposure problem with the camera, I had a chance to sit down and fiddle with the camera a little bit. Surprise, surprise, it was user error. I guess somehow I'd set it on manual exposure.
Well, maybe I fixed my auto exposure problem.
But it was time to hit the skills course, which I was really pretty excited about and also a little bit nervous. I wasn't sure what to expect. I'm a less seasoned off-road rider, and the first day was really pretty rough. I hadn't done any riding like that for probably 20-25 years, and I was a lot younger and a lot less concerned about injury when I was when I was a kid. But I headed out to ride it. It was like a 2-mile long course with a pretty wide variety of riding, really. There were some deep ravine crossings, some small jumps, some log crossings, and some tight technical wood sections. For the more technical and challenging log crossings, they always had like ride-arounds that you could take. So it was really like any level of rider could jump on the skills course and go have fun on it, and of course ride it as many times as you wanted, which I thought was really cool. It didn't have really any workarounds for the ravines, so if the ravines made you nervous, you kind of just had to jump in and do it, which a couple of them did. I got stuck on one and struggled to get my bike out, and there was nobody around to help me, and I just didn't hit it hard enough or fast enough. I should have hit it with a little bit more momentum. I would have been fine, but honestly, it was kind of the highlight of my trip. It wasn't rocky or anything, which I appreciated, and I just kind of enjoyed that they had made this cool, cut out in their farm to ride and play on, which was pretty cool, I thought.
Nice. Whew, that one made me nervous. I'm definitely getting winded.
After we knocked out the skills course, I did get a chance to demo ride the Royal Enfield Himalayan 450 and the Ducati Desert X. You can check those out on the channel for kind of like a first impressions. I already posted those videos up. I thought that was pretty cool. I didn't expect that. It's a fairly small event, less than 300 riders, but a local dealership had brought out those bikes to just check out and ride. They were letting people take them even out on the skills course. I did not do that, but they were like, yeah, tear it up, have a good time. Very cool of them to do that. I did not expect that experience, but I really appreciated it. We kicked off dinner. They had a big brisket dinner catered in with, ice cream for dessert. It was really a cool event, and the food was fantastic. After dinner, they kind of kicked off the festivities with numerous door prizes, awards for best photos, along with the winners for the Goose Chase geocaching challenge that we kind of bailed out on after all of our troubles on day one. They also gave away some cool coins, some laser cutout coins that were like to commemorate your first, second, third, fourth year, etc., that you had attended the event, which I kind of thought that was neat. Some folks had been all 9 years, which I thought was pretty awesome. Hopefully we can start stacking those coins up over the year. So that was pretty cool.
All right, so camp for the night. Jason, Jerry, got the MSR Elixir 2 with the gear shed. Super cool, I dig it. Glad I sprung for it. But we're living it out, man, having a good time. Aaron, how was your ride here? Thumbs up.
My shoes.
He lost his shoes. More like the teenager can't find his shoes where he put them, but or maybe he left them in the hotel.
I swear. Look on that would really suck. Those are some nice shoes.
Yeah, they weren't expensive though.
I'm gonna get me some another one.
But with two people, this Elixir 10 is kind of small, but you could definitely both sleep in it, and then there's just a ton of room for your gear. Highly recommend. Not cheap, but worth it. All right, let me help this kid find his shoes.
We had pretty awesome weather for that third evening. It was a beautiful textbook September evening here in the South. The skies were clear, the stars were out. My son and I got just a beautiful evening to sit and discuss and rehash all of our adventures, the stuff we loved, the frustrations, the good stuff, and then just talk some life, which, in a busy, crazy world, you don't get near as much of that as what you would hope for as a dad. So that was really cool for me. The next morning we started off like super early. We didn't want to take a big 4-lane highway home, which would have been about 260, 270 miles. We wanted to kind of enjoy more of a scenic, gentle ride home. The T-Dub does not love the interstate, really, honestly, anyway. And riding it at, 70 miles an hour for, 8 hours is probably not great for it, I would imagine. So we kind of took the opportunity to use the Garmin Zumo XT2's adventure routing feature. We just deselected like interstates and then set it to like its maximum adventure setting, if you will. It gave us a 360 mile route home that was really pretty stellar. Just beautiful curvy roads. Basically, avoided all the interstates. Took us a little bit longer to get home than what we expected, but it was a great ride. It was exactly what you want to do on a motorcycle. We just took it easy, 70 to 100 miles at a time. Got some food and snacks, rest your butt for a little bit, and kind of just enjoyed the ride home. We didn't get in a hurry. We overall had kind of set out, we wanted to clock a little over 1,000 miles on the journey, and with kind of doing this adventure route home, we did a solid, I think, 14 hours home that day, and it ended up being like 1,048 miles, right at the end. So we met our goal. It was pretty awesome. We felt super accomplished. We enjoyed some amazing father-son time. We definitely had missed our family dearly, and we're ready to do nothing for the next, 24 to 48 hours after getting home. We were pretty wiped out. But it was an amazing ride. Adventure Palooza. We'll definitely go back next year. My wife wants to ride it with us, so we're excited for her to be able to do that. We will definitely do some things different, and we think we have some changes that'll make our ride better next year and more fun. And we'll share those kind of in a wrap-up video. Maybe not a long video, but a video kind of talking about what we liked about the event, what we thought they could do better. It was a very inexpensive event to get into, and so for really the money, I think the value is pretty awesome. Man, if you watch this far, thank you. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. That really helps the channel out. We're just kind of getting started on this thing, and again, go have some adventures of your own, whatever that looks like.